This is the Mothership from Tsakalis AudioWorks. It's a 2-channel tube overdrive preamp pedal that can function as a standard stomp box, but the way I like to use it is as an amp-in-a-box solution for direct recording, which is how I'm going to demo it in this video because it has some great cab modeling features as well as an effects loop. Like I said, it's essentially a 2-channel preamp, but the cool thing is each channel has 2 settings, effectively making this like a 4-channel amp. Inside we have 2 12AX7 tubes, 3-band EQ and presence on each channel. Like I said, 2 gain and 2 volume controls for each channel, 3 gain modes, low, medium, and high, 3 user-definable cab sims per channel with a companion app and a library full of different cabs to choose from, serial effects loop, and full MIDI capability. Okay, so I have the Mothership plugged in directly to my audio interface that's going into my DAW Logic so we can record. I got this really cool custom shop Fender Strat with a humbucker and single coil so we can listen to both characteristics. And since there is an effects loop, I plugged in this GFI Specular Tempest so we can have a little bit of reverb and delay. But just a quick overview again, we have 2 identical channels basically that you can set however you want. Each channel has an A and a B section, an A and a B gain setting, I guess, if you will, as well as a volume setting. So essentially you kind of have 4 different channels on this. Briefly just going over the controls, since channel 1 and 2 are basically the same, I'll just stick with channel 1. Let's start on the right side. So each channel you've got 3 different modes labeled L, M, and H. I believe that's low, medium, and high gain. Right now I have it set to low so we can hear some of the clean tones. You've also got gain A and gain B. So you can have 2 different gain settings. So if you want something really clean and then something a little bit more dirty, you can set that. And that obviously is going to be foot switchable here. But this is where you would set it. Gain A, gain B, and then you've got 3-band EQ, treble, mid, and bass. Presence, and then you've got volume A and volume B, which coincides with your gain A and gain B. So like I said, you can have 2 different settings within one channel, and you can switch it with this A-B switch. So for instance, the way I have channel 1 set now, I have gain A, or sound A, as the cleanest I can get it. Sounds like this. And if you can see on the knobs, I have gain B set a little bit higher, so it's going to give me a little more dirt. And I kind of compensated the gain being higher with the volume here, so I set it a little bit lower on gain B, so it kind of matches. Let's go back to gain A, put a little bit of reverb. So this is the Specular Tempest going through the onboard effects loop. Try a little bit of delay. Now, one thing I didn't talk about yet is the 3-position cab settings. So you have cab 1, 2, and 3, and by default, I believe 1 is like a 410 kind of Fender Super Reverb cabinet, which is what I have that set to. 2, I believe, is a 212 Vox cabinet. And then 3, I believe, is a 412 Marshall with greenbacks. Now I'm going to show you the editor, or the app for the computer, where you can select from a whole library of different cabs and IRs that you can save to any of these positions. So like I said, channel 1 and channel 2 are identical, but you can have up to 6 different cabinets depending on what you choose. So let's hang out in the low gain mode for a little bit and fiddle with the knobs and play around with the different cab settings. So I'm going to stick with gain A. So even in low gain mode, if you crank the gain, you get some nice overdrive happening. Play around with the EQ. Now going to the cab, so this is the 410 Super Reverb, right? Here is the second one, which is the Voxy 212. Put on some reverb. Cool. And then 3 is the Marshall. Put up the gain a little bit. Let's try medium gain mode, and instead of just sticking with channel 1, I'm going to go to channel 2 anyways, because I have that already set to medium. So just hit there. And you can see I have the gain pretty low, so there's going to be a lot of gain on tap with this pedal. So you can see I have gain B set a little bit higher, so I can set gain A to be more of a rhythm sound and gain B to be my lead tone. So here's the difference. And we can go higher than that too. Let's move on to high gain mode with these settings. And that's on the gain pretty low, right? I don't know what gain B is going to sound like, but it's going to be pretty high. Yeah, for me, for my preference, that's more gain than I would ever need. So if you're into a lot of high gain stuff, that's perfect. So as I said previously, this is kind of like having a 4-channel amp. I can set channel 1 to be clean, to a little bit of low gain, and I can set channel 2 medium and then high gain. Now, one thing to point out is you can't have 2 different modes on one channel. It has to stay on either low, medium, or high gain mode. Medium gain, for me, has plenty of gain on tap, so I'm going to stick with medium gain there. Have the gain B be the highest, so I'll put that like at 3 o'clock. Let's do something like this. I don't know where the volume's at. So starting at my lowest gain setting, channel 1 gain A. The volume up. Now gain B on channel 1. Let's hear the difference again. Here we go. Moving on to channel 2 with gain A. Gain B. Four-channel amp. Okay, so I have the Mothership hooked up USB to the computer so I can open up the TAW Editor, and this is where you can play around with different cabs and save them to any of these 6 different cab spaces on the pedal. So that is this 412 Marshall. Let's A-B it with, let's put a Mesa Boogie in cab 2, right? Sounds pretty good. This one says Marshall Eddy Celestion, so we'll put that in cab 3. Let's go to Leon Todd's custom cabs. Let's try this first one. Drop it in cab 3. Nice. Alright guys, there you have it. That's the Tsakalis Mothership. If you'd like more info on this, I'll put a link down in the description. Thanks again for watching. If you like this video, click that thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, gear demos and guitar lessons, click the subscribe button. Bye-bye.